We must defend our rights, for we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from
Reading from Biafra's Got Talent.
Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Englishman knows that, Frenchman knows that, Nigeria knows that. No. Englishman knows that, Frenchman knows that, Nigeria knows that. Yo. They are playing on your intelligence, life full of pretense. They are playing on your intelligence. They are playing on your intelligence. Their life full of pretense. Everything is diligent. Oh, so every black man stand up for your right. Wherever you are, stand up for Africa. So every black man stand. So every black man, so you're right. Freedom for Africa, Africa, freedom for Africa. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Englishman knows that, Frenchman knows that, Nigeria knows that. Englishman knows that, Frenchman knows that, Nigeria knows that. We have been in this bondage
For decades now, oh,
For decades now,
they gave us their culture. They killed our prophets. They colonized our people with guns and bullets.
guns and bullets.
Biafra is our hope now.
Is our hope now.
Biafra is the hope of Africa.
So every black man stand up for your right. Wherever you are, stand up, Africa. So every black man has to stand up for your right. Freedom for Africa, Africa, freedom for Africa. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans should never be free until Biafra comes here. Englishman knows that. Englishman knows that. Frenchman knows that. Frenchman knows that. Nigeria knows that. Englishman knows that. Frenchman knows that. Nigeria knows that.
See them bad men working tirelessly day and night, trying to oppress and bring Jaja children down. So every black man even now for the heroes to be. Stand up for your right and let us free Africa. I know that Jaja will let us down. You give us Biafra, our golden crown. Africa will rise and be great again. We've had enough of these tears and pain.
So every black man stand. So every black man for your right. Wherever you are, stand up, Africa. So every black man stand up for your right. Freedom for Africa, Africa, freedom for Africa.
Yes, once again, wonderful people of Biafra, men and women of goodwill across the globe. I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra. We are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uche Ukafomefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Mazi Uche Ukafomefo is standing on a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nandioku Kano, the Prince of Afari Ibeku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom, the one and the only man that stood up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people for almost 6 decades now. Is the director of Radio Biafra as well as Biafran Television, the one and the only man that commands the loyalty of the Biafran people. And by the special grace of God, he comes from Afari Ibeku. Afari Ibeku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. I am George Onyibe. I'm from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is beyond. We must move ahead to acknowledge the Almighty Creator, Chukwu Kika Abiyama, the one who sits in heaven and presides over the affair of man. For he is the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. And in my humble way, I say always to him, Anyị na-aja gị mma o, n'ihi na ị mara mma ịhụnanya na gị, obiọma gị, o juru anya dadi o, inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dịghị onye dị ka gị, ịbụ Alpha na Omega. Anyị niile na-asị naanị dị mma o. We must move ahead this evening to our topic, which is simply titled, Why They Insist on One Nigeria? They insist on one Nigeria. The question is, who are they? when they sit back from their high tower and describe Nigeria and give you flimsy excuses why Nigeria must remain. It's amazing. Britain Time Without Number has come forward to tell you that they will not allow the territorial integrity of Nigeria to be tampered with. They insist Nigeria must remain. When you see the Fulani fighting, no, we are one Nigeria, we shall remain inside one Nigeria. It's amazing why they insist. When you hear the Yoruba, one Nigeria, one Nigeria, fell, you begin to wonder, why do they insist in this one Nigeria? And then maybe tonight you begin to understand. Too many times they lie to us. The amazing part of it is that they make us feel guilty. They make us feel guilty. They found us guilty in a trouble we didn't cause. We are indicted in a crime we didn't commit. But they insist in one Nigeria. There was a time. Any little thing that happened, Igbo man, Igbo man, Igbo man, Igbo man, Igbo man, Igbo man. It's okay. Igbo man want to go. They say no, Igbo man cannot go. If Igbo man go, Igbo man will die. But I thought Igbo man was the problem of Nigeria. I still remember those times. But today now, no, Igbos are our brother. Oh, Igbos are very good. Iwolumo. That is your business. It really doesn't concern us. But the point is, why do they insist on one Nigeria? One Nigeria can never work. Awolowo said it's like oil and water that cannot miss. One Nigeria can never work because there are some idiot. My leader called them ganga weed. Somewhere from God knows where they brought them from. They said we are conquered people. And these facts are before the public domain. But here they are saying, oh, it is our one Nigeria. The most frustrating aspect of it is to look at Biafrans who are supposed to know better, but they are still there. Only God knows where their brain is located in their body. But a certain group of people insist Nigeria must remain, but we shall see to it. But it's important our people know the truth. They've lied to us many a times. I was privileged to go to school when history was still taught in school in my own state, Bender State. In history, where I begin to catch Nigeria that they are evil people before now, there was a topic they taught me in history, the cause of Nigerian war. I never forget about that. I was taught that the cause of Nigerian Biafran war, as they call it, is as a result of the personality clash between Ojukwu and Gowon. And I believed it as a child. And I was never actually happy with both of them. They have to kill over 10 million people because of personality clash. Who do they even pay money for having high-profile personality? I actually don't like both of them. Because of their personality clash, they kill Biafrans. But as time goes on, I begin to ask myself a question. Yes, between 1967 to 1970, a war broke out that made them to kill over 10 million of our people because of personality clash. And then 20 years on, these same people are still being marginalized. Is it personality clash? The Fulani herdsmen now ravaging Biafra land. Is it still the personality clash between Ojukwu and Gowon? IPOB, you shot in on a Chahel bridge, killing us across Biafra land. Is this still the personality clash? But they lie to us so many times. But it is time to unveil their evil. The world will know the truth. And then we will do the needful. And however it will end, and so let it be that way. They insist, it's one Nigeria. But the issue or the question is, why they insist, what you must know, why they insist on one Nigeria. The Nigerian news today, like I said earlier, they were just yapping and saying so many things. Let our people be very careful. Nigeria, as you see today, is a country that is supposed to have been dissolved. Considering the people who are involved, Nigeria is not supposed to exist. But the point is that why did Nigeria keep remaining? It is because there are people of interest. Let us not forget that in the first place, there is nobody called Nigeria. Nigeria is a description of a commodity or an entity, as the case may be. A group of businessmen come together and open a company for a singular purpose of interest, to steal under the radar on notice. Nobody is in Nigeria. It's just a company that is being managed by certain group of individuals. This individual said Nigeria must remain. But why do they want Nigeria to remain? First of all, from gossip, I will say, they told us in those days, they call it Midwestern states, Bender states, that the reason why Biafra lost the war was that Ojukwu was greedy. That British government came to Ojukwu and said to Ojukwu, we use our money to invest the oil well in Biafra land. We want to help you fight so that we will control the oil. Was it 30 years they said, or 50 years? That Ojukwu thought that in 30 years, there will be no more oil left for the people. And so Ojukwu said no. And then they went to the Yoruba and the Hausa Fulani, who didn't own these resources, and bargained with them. And the rumor said that they agreed. So the British government supplied them ammunition to kill us. But having considered that rumor, which will be proven true tonight, was Ojukwu supposed to bargain with our life, negotiate with our future? It is better they took our life from us. That if any of us fall and die, it was taken from us. We didn't give up our life. They took it from us. And so they forced us at the barrier of God to sign document we know nothing about, without knowing the content of this document. And so Yoruba and Hausa Fulani actually agreed to kill us, so British government can be getting their oil. And sometime as children, we said if Ojukwu had known, he would have agreed. 30 years is long gone. And so we keep quiet. And so the whole world gathered against us, not because we have committed any crime, but because there are people of interest who said Nigeria must remain. Do not ignorantly be part of them, because posterity will judge you. The existence of Nigeria is the highest and the worst recorded known evil in the history of humanity. Let us move ahead and consider these people of interest who insist that Nigeria must remain. Because most people still don't understand what we are saying. Number one in the category is the British government. There is no atrocity, there is no evil that will happen in Nigeria that is not orchestrated by the British government. Behind the curtain, they initiate all this killing you see. I think one of the terrorists was stopped today somewhere, God knows where. But I pray that Donald Trump will stop British government, because their own terrorism is worse than Al-Qaeda or ISIS. British terrorism in Africa with France, and all the owner of all the oil company, all of you are worse than Boko Haram. But this is the truth. That is a hate speech. Let us refresh our mind about the influence of British government in the modern day company known as Nigeria. The British government started the journey of stealing under the radar as early as 1903. Before 1903, they have come here to steal our people as slaves. And after a particular number of years, they discover palm oil. It is said that it was Industrial Revolution. When they discover palm oil in our land, slave trade era had been abolished. So they decide to focus on palm oil. In the process of stealing palm oil, they discover crude oil. And that was in 1903. Today, if you ask them where is the first oil well in Nigeria, they will say it's Olobiri, but it's a lie. Because in 1903, there was an oil well discovered in Benue State, Idoma land. It belongs to British Petroleum. That site is still there today, hidden inside one of the forests within the Alangbacho Oasis in Benue State. I do not know why they shut it down. Maybe there were no commercial quantity of oil found there. In that same 1903, they moved to Imo State. They found oil there, but they also said that it was not a commercial quantity. How they managed to put on those states to have found oil within that same period of time is what I don't know. But they never said anything about that. The name of the company who actually started this oil exploration was called Angelo Iranian. This very company invested, according to them, 6 million British pounds. And so by 1953, the quantity of oil discovered in Nigeria became the highest in Africa and other countries around the world. British felt that this should not be left alone in the hands of our people. They won't understand that the oil is too much for only British to enter. Issue started from there. Our people knew the truth. In 1953, having so many oil wells, other colonial terrorists came and questioned Britain. Only you cannot be stealing this oil. Because Britain claimed that they used their money, 6 million British pounds, to invest on those oil wells. They demanded they have to get this money back. That was why they allowed the war to wipe us away, just to keep those oil wells. And they are still keeping it today. And so the whole world gathered and said to Britain, only you will not eat this oil. Only you will not drink this oil. And Britain said, see. We have invested enough here. We understand the level, the amount of oil in Nigeria, in Biafra land is too much. But we have to divide it. And having said so, many companies emerge. Some of the name of this company who got involved in this negotiation, you can talk about F. F belonged to France. You can talk about Saipem. That should belong to Italy. You can talk about Chevron. It belongs to America. You can talk about Mobil. I think that should belong to Saudi Arabia, among others. And so they divided percentage, how the resources from Biafra land will be shared among them. That is why today, to sustain the emasculation of the Biafran people, to actually have cultism and terrorism ravaging every community, creating unrest situation for the people, to have Boko Haram army gallivanting everywhere, killing people indiscriminately, you have oil company, most especially Shell, doing the work of Satan. And so they divided it. Shell, being the British representative, the British frontier took 30%. They own 30% of all the oil in Biafra land. And then you go to the France. France benefits or owns 10% of all the oil in Biafra land. The Italian Eni owns 12% out of all the oil in Biafra land. And then Nigeria control 55%. You put them together, that is the 100%. Now, this group, out of the 55% that Nigeria is supposed to manage, this is how they share them. The group of spectators, the people of interest, they divided 15% out of the 15%, out of the 55% left for Nigeria. That 15% that is supposed to be meant for Nigeria, they put it aside, 15% out of it, they put it aside for people of interest. Many countries today, if they like, let them poison, kill the whole Biafrans. There are good nations in the world that will rise up. The moment you rise up and say, why are you doing this thing to Biafra? You begin to see the lobbying firm, the type our leader Mazen and the Kano talked about. They begin to use the remaining 15% to lobby. Today, the world pretend as if they know nothing about the issue of Biafra. We are being mowed down in thousands. Nobody talks about it because 15% will seal the mouth of the world, never to say the truth. People of interest. It's online. Some people are crying because one terrorist was killed. But do you know how many Biafrans that have been killed? So the world can still be stealing oil from our land. And so the 55% given to Nigeria. Not Biafra. The resources from our land, they take 55% and give it to Nigeria, the Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, to use it to subdue us. What did they do? They set 15% aside for lobbying. People who care. That is why when you stand up and you say, we want to talk about Biafra, the next thing they do is to settle you. Go and ask Owazurike and other freedom Biafran fighters. Go and ask our politician. And so out of that 55%, Nigerians spend it lobbying when necessary. They use it to lobby for Islamic agenda. They fund Islamic terrorists. They use it to lobby to make sure we do not have justice anywhere in the world. And then you go to the other remaining percentage. The Hausa Fulani, out of the remaining 40%, they collect 15%. 55, you remove 15 for lobbying. Remaining 40. The remaining 40 out of the 55% given to Nigeria, Hausa people have 10%. With this 10% allocated to the Hausa Fulani, they use it to develop their region. But our region is undeveloped. And they make you believe that your governors are the reason why your state is not developed. But they have enough resources, enough percentage untouched to develop their region. I also have 10%. And after that 10%, they control other resources. But for this 55% oil that British decide to give to those who help them to keep Biafran, I also have 10%. Remember, 15% is there to sort out anybody they need to sort out, anybody they need to lobby, whether it is justice system, whether it's Islamic nation, anybody that want to speak up, they will shut them down. The same money stolen from our land is what they are using to undermine us as a people. And then you have the Yoruba. Out of the remaining 25%, the Yoruba collect 10%. With this 10%, they develop their land. They build so many companies and industry for themselves. In the like of Calvary Nigerian PLC, among other looting resources. They have so many companies, you do not hear their name. But we will come to that later. So Yoruba have 10%. The resources stolen from our land, the resources stolen from Biafra land, this is how they divided the money among themselves. This is why they insist on one Nigeria, nothing more, nothing less. And then Yoruba, having taken their own 10%, they set aside another 10%. Out of that 15 remaining percent, they collect 5%. With this 5%, they use it to settle the saboteur. that they are using to service Nigeria. If our leader Mazen Kano has actually agreed to abandon the restoration of Biafra, they would have given him from that 5%. When we say 5%, he knows 5 naira. If you have 5%, you can command a country. And so these are not 2,000 or 3,000. It comes in British pounds, billions. That is why all your politicians in Nigeria, they never work anywhere, but they are all multi-millionaire. Go and ask of the richest man in the world. You will see they have handwork. You can trace the source of their wealth to what they do. But every rich billionaire in Nigeria, they don't handwork. We will come to that later. And then 5% is set aside to settle saboteurs. That is why they breed. That is why they can come out and prophesy for you that APC will take over three states from the southeast in the next election. That is why people like Fadam Baka can talk. All these are saboteurs. Chibuike Amechi them. They are part of the people sharing the 5%. And Nayanwodo will speak against his father because of this 5%. Awosa Yoruba Fulani set it aside to service saboteur. That is why they breed in our land. That will not permit us to look into other aspects of revenue generation in Nigeria that have been hijacked by this same group. This is why they insist Nigeria must remain. If we go back to look at the richest politician ever in Nigeria, the richest politician in Nigeria, do you know is Babangida? Do you know that Babangida is the richest politician in Nigeria? You are not hearing his voice, so the remaining 5%, that is how they settle themselves. Where school did Babangida go? Where did Babangida work? How did he make his money? But Nigeria, even you divide Abacha loot, add it up to Babangida loot. Add it up to Buhari loot. Add it to Jubri loot. Add it to Tinubu wealth. Babangida is richer than all of them. It is estimated that Ibrahim Babangida owns about 60% of Fruiters International Limited in London. There is a company known as Fruiters International Limited. It's located in London. Babangida is the owner. He owns 24% of Globacom. Babangida, the second biggest telecommunication company in Nigeria. He is the richest politician in Nigeria. Their money runs into billions of pounds. These are the loot coming from Biafra land. British government in charge of the division of those money. And so when we come out, we say, let us divide Nigeria. Babangida will come out and Obasanjo, like all of them, will be calavanting. What do they call the reconciliation trip or restructuring enlightenment? Who wouldn't restructure? Who would want Nigeria to restructure with this loot being divided among them? %24 of the money Globacom own is Babangida money. Globacom, you may not be hearing their voice because Globacom is in charge of providing network services to Shell. The billions they receive from British Shell per annum. Yoruba don't even need they don't even need their 10% again. You see, Glo, they are not too much interested in advert. If you like, buy their SIM card. If you don't like, buy their SIM. They service Shell. So all the money out of the looted money by Shell and other oil company, Babangida still have 24% out of it. Obasanjo now that is going everywhere in the southeast, in Biafra land, trying to tell you, okay, let us restructure Nigeria. Obasanjo himself, his net worth gathered from various sources is numbered to be about 1.5 billion pounds. He's just a farmer. Olusegun Obasanjo worth 1.5 billion pounds. He's a farmer. His farm is in Sangota. He lives inside the farm. But how will he lose that farm? The farm in Sangota belonged to Biafran resources. Abuja was built from the money gotten from Biafra land. And so when you see Obasanjo like a vulture, anywhere in Biafra land, telling you let us restructure Nigeria, tell him to return those money first. This is from Onyibe. Obasanjo came out from prison. He said he have only 20,000. Can somebody tell me how 20,000 naira in less than 20 years now, giving birth to 1.5 billion, not million, 1.5 billion, not dollars, not naira, British pounds. He's a farmer. Only in Nigeria they do a brakata. Dangote is a very rich man, richest man in Africa. He started selling gala. From gala, he sell pure water. From pure water, he has monopoly over every business in Nigeria. How do you think these people want Nigeria to be divided? The most miserable people are the people who know this truth and they still support one Nigeria. This is the reason why they have succeeded in publishing the whole Nigeria. When you come to Biafra land, we are known as Ojikeri. We must labor our ass out in order to put a food in our table. When you go to the Yoruba youth, 90% of Yoruba youth have been reduced to Agberu. Agberu on the motor park or taxi driver or car wash. But they are not seeing what their leaders are doing to them. The Awusa are the most miserable. He said that they are doing Bambiyala or they are doing Kwanda Muruba. The really agent, British representative, the Fulanis who know, only God knows where they brought them in and plant them in the land of Awusa. They live large, patronizing prostitutes across the globe. They want Nigeria divided, but they will. We will compel them to do that at the right time. They are your founding fathers, so. We go and look at Gowon, the arch-genocidia. He's a member of our Assemblies of God. He's going to heaven. Prayer warrior. You people come and pray now and prophesy. We are waiting for all of you. Our sister, evangelist, gave expression of the Bible today. But it was just that it's not an issue to debate. She was pointing out to a particular direction. Know thy root. Know thyself. But you must not forget that the Bible is being rewritten. As we speak today, they are rewriting the Bible. So when you tell me about the Bible, you should tell me the very translation you are talking about. Because the last time I checked, there is a difference between NIV and King James Version. And there is a difference between New King James and Old King James. There is a difference between Good News and other translation everywhere. Even Zudaban wrote one for you. We must not be ignorant of the devices of the British government and the colonial master in the guise of keeping us as one Nigeria. They said that there will be peace. The arch-genocidia Gowon himself. He's going to one church now and he's going to tell you praise the Lord. And Christians are going to, you people don't know what is coming. You don't know. Yakubu Gowon net worth is 26 million pounds. 26 million pounds at the age of 84 years. At the age of 84 years, Yakubu Gowon worth 26 million US pounds. He earned it as a professional politician. What I'm telling you, these are the Yoruba propelled encyclopedia. Influence and manipulated encyclopedia. You go and Google them, they are there. Let them go and delete it. And readjust this. We know these are not true. They loot more than this. But let's go by that. Yakubu Gowon is a professional politician. But every Nigerian knows that Yakubu Gowon is not a politician. He was just a mere willing tools in the hand of the British government to kill over 10 million Biafrans. After that, he went to Uganda to do association and assimilation. He was overthrown by Buhari group of company. Since that day till today, he have never shown his face anything politics in Nigeria. So how does he play his own politics? He's not even, I'm not even sure he's a member of PDP, not to talk of APC. But he's a professional politician. And as a professional politician, he owns 26 million British pounds. This is what we have to fight to break loose our life from this bondage. This is the burden we bear as a people. But you won't understand. And so when they come with that gospel and telling you we are better as one as Nigeria, it is a lie. They are better, we are better as one as a Nigeria because they're still under the radar unnoticed. We will remain better as one Nigeria because it enable Yoruba Hausa Fulani to feed on the misery of our people, enabling British government and all the whole oil company to feed on the misery of our people. And that is why there is nothing we cannot hear. There is nothing they will not do for us. And we are praising them and clapping for them. They were those who died in stampede because they want to vote for Buhari. Today, how market? But have they learned? No. Because the next 500 they will set before you, father and son will kill themselves. But who do this juju for Nigerian people? Biafrans, wake up. Without the oil, there is no Nigeria. But it's not about the oil, it's about our life. They are so desperate, they want us dead. And the moment they kill us, and then they take over the land, they will kill themselves in the end in our absence. But are we going to give them the privilege to do that? The resources stolen from our land is what they are using to fight against us. IPOB really had nothing, but we had everything because Biafrans, wake up. We can go ahead and begin to analyze Lamido, Sanusi Lamido. All these people were terrorists from inception, from war to governor of central bank, to emir and Satan and the rest of them. If you know how many millions and billions of pounds these people worth without laboring for one day. Buhari is a corruption fighter, but his son is Yusuf. Buhari is the richest youth in Africa. He has not been employed one day. Even as a student, he's the richest youth in Africa. And then 90% of Bayelsa youth can't even feed once a day. 90% of River State youth cannot buy jeans without selling land. 90% of Delta State youth cannot buy pint except they travel abroad. And then the people from the southeast, they have to work 2 shifts, labor overnight to be able to feed. People from Cross River State, may the Lord be with them. They want you to remain that way. And then from their high roof tower, they look at us and they mock us. But now we know the truth. Must we continue to live in falsehood and pretense that somewhere along the line, God is going to ride horse with sword in his mouth and kill everybody for us? No, God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. We must rise up and initiate civil disobedience, for it's our right, as they are working hard to initiate anarchy, which will certainly bring Nigeria down. We must get ready for civil disobedience. Nigeria is not supposed to know any peace. They shall know no peace, in as much as they say we cannot prosper in our own land. Nigeria will not prosper, and so shall the Association of Nigerians be. But these matters will not, they won't want to look into it, but they shall look into it at the right time. Everywhere in the world, it is clear that what we are looking for is simply our freedom. It is clear all over the world. I'll be back in a minute.
You need to testify. You need to hear this, you need to see this. You need to testify. If you're 5 years old, nothing is wrong. I don't understand. My mama told me the fool has put me in this world is the fool forever. No more Nigeria, no more Nigeria. Now Biafra all the way. No more Nigeria, no more for them. Now Biafra all the way. Race around you, Nigeria don't know. Constitution will not flow. Shame on you. I was the markets, people in the zoo. They are the same, they are not civilized. That is one. 3% government cannot fulfill. 2%, 1%, government cannot fulfill. Individuals, no one for them. No more Nigeria, everywhere. Everywhere. Now Biafra all the way. Now Biafra all the way. Alright. Now Biafra all the way. Biafra all the way. This one no be available. This one no be maza. This one no be available. This one no be maza. We say no more Nigeria. Now Biafra all the way. You need to hear this. You need to.
Yes, of course, we must continue with all this revelation. Somebody still shouting one Nigeria, one Nigeria. If you are a Biafran, you are still speaking one Nigeria. May the Lord be with you. Some of you are working hard to get IPOB family closer to you. That is the best thing for you to do. Send us your name, your phone number, and your location. Write it decently. Forward it to this WhatsApp number I'm about to call. There is already a massive Biafran equation across the globe. It's unacceptable. Our lines are open, of course, at this moment. Our WhatsApp line is 070 815 45642. 070 815 45642. Our direct line is 081 221 52971. 081 221 52971. And the special number for the female is 081 288 58614. 081 288 58614. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, sir, I am on the line.
Good evening from here.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead, please.
Good evening, sir. Yeah, Chukwu bless you. And good work you are doing. And tonight, just somebody gave me the lines for over 3 weeks now. I couldn't listen to Radio Biafra here in Onisha. I'm Prince Ngozi Ogbono. This is my 3rd time of calling Radio Biafra. I thank God for what you just said this evening by this your lecture, this 9 o'clock lecture. But I want to speak on what happened in Obingwa, because I'm from Obingwa. I just want to make a comment. Just one. Because Obingwa is where our able governor came from. That place, that thing is happening in Obingwa. That is where our able governor came from.
Don't call him able. Disabled governor. You use disabled governor.
Okay.
Who made him able?
Okay. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please, if he cannot do something there, and he knows very well whom Aba people are and the Obingwa people are, and something happened that within that area last year, July, one stupid army, Boko Haram, killed one of our brother there. They know what happened. They really know what happened. So let them not try that nonsense again. because we are not like other tribes. They should ask even Babangida, the very bullet he has on his leg, where he got it from, is from that very Aba. Let them be careful. Let the Armageddon war not to start from that Aba. They should stay away from Aba. They should stay away from that Obingwa, because we have everything there. That's all I want to make.
Thank you
the
very
comment
much.
I want to make.
We
Thank you,
must
sir.
continue.
Yes.
There's a caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from? Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I'm your friend who's always from Omaya.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, before I proceed, I've been saying this to see whether if I can get this thing, because I just clip that I want to send you about one governor. This is clip for governor. I don't know. Hello?
Yes, my brother, go ahead.
I want to send about this clip for governor, the secret.
Send the clip to the WhatsApp line. I will follow it up from there.
Even that is the WhatsApp that I send all those music, but I have not been hearing.
Yes.
But I will still try again.
Yes, resend it. I am yet to download them, but I will do that within the week.
Okay, I will do that.
Thank you very much.
You say, okay. And again, what I want to say, Omaya, there's a market that born at Omaya. These people born at Omaya. So you see this thing you are talking. Just making the point. This our people. The problem is this our politicians. They have bought our youth over with this small. No one of them can be able to.
Unfortunately, we lose that caller, but we must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp, yes.
Mas, good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
I'm Chichi from Biafra land.
Go ahead.
Mazi, please, I want to comment on all of this you've just said. You know, sometimes when I begin to ruminate about all of these things happening to us Biafrans and both the lobbyings of Northern Cabals and the Yorubas, I draw my strength from the Bible verse that says that even the captive of the mighty shall be delivered. You know, all of these things is not easy on us, but we know that with Chukwuka Biama on our side, that Biafra must be restored. Power belongs to the people, and we must take it by force. Since they don't want to heed to our request of referendum or negotiation, they will not want to do it. They will have to do this thing that this Southern Camerooners did last month. The Ambazonians, they say that no election in their region, and some of the evil, selfish politicians there went on ahead to conduct election. What they did was that they destroyed all their properties and their houses. So this time around, 2020 is no more the time of 2019. We have to do something. We have to begin to do something and show them that we are no more happy. Look at today, the news from Abia State, this balloon pig called Ikbazo. He said that the prohibited IPOB activities will be shut down, and he doesn't want it. That man is insane. That man is he's evil. He's devil. And I want to assure him that he will not remain in that power forever. Since he wants to feed fat, he wants to continue feeding fat on the blood of Biafrans, just to make sure that he retains his seat of senator after his 2023. I want to assure you that he will not remain there, and he will suffer dearly for all these atrocities that he has been committing. So please, we have to do something. Action. We need more action now, because these people are killing us on a daily basis. They are killing us on a daily basis. Look at the other day. A Fulani herdsman raped a woman in Ebonyi State, and nothing happened. Nothing happened. They will come to our land and kill us. So we don't even have say again in our land. Everybody, once we want to talk, we say, let me keep quiet. I don't want to die. We don't have say. These people we are being sieged. So we have to do something. We cannot continue like this. In schools, children doesn't go to school because Fulani herdsmen with their herdsmen, they will come there, even in school premises. We have to do something. Something must be done. This is 2020. We are not going to take all these things again from them. Please, we have to do something. Power belongs to the people, and we are the people. We must do something.
Thank you very much. Our people must understand there is time for everything. A time for Fulani to kill, and a time for us to reciprocate. The very community now that is in Abia, Arongwa now we are talking about. I understand that almost 70% of Arongwa people vote for the idiot called Governor Okezie Ekpazo. Our leader was saying, don't vote, don't vote. They want to vote. Everything happening to us, all of them are divinely ordained. Who would have believed that all these evil are happening in our land without Radio Biafra? They were saying it's propaganda, and you can warn water. The world is seeing the truth now. But what will happen? Their heart has not been able to imagine it. They can't even comprehend it. We will keep shouting and say, look for IPOB family close to you and join. There is a reason for that. I think that is the beginning of the journey. Are you there, caller on the line?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
This is a female line. I will not take that call. No man should call the female line. Yes, caller on the line. Caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here.
Shalom.
Go ahead, please.
I'm calling from Obingwa.
Go ahead, please.
Please, permit me to speak my dialect.
Go ahead, please.
Ahambo Tuku Oj Harmony Obingwa. Na ku maka Governor Okezie Ekpazo a very big disgrace to the people of Ngwa land and to the people of Biafra land. If you are the too small, I know I know. Other talk for 7 days, other than coffee. But in him now, well, a bubble on I'm not a this to Biafra and double worldwide rating. Oku okay, the great here from here to 3 months. And then now, where say Babylon, only a few below of all minutes, Pakam, a very, mother farm. Only on and Legodos, I'm not going to come up and you know, Cocasol on them man, saw them man, seen them at the home leg, seen them man, Hannah on our suffer. Yell for a day, I'm a quotation or dear. I'm an hour no more. I'm about to say for a quarter because of let more than an hour, no, Rafani. Babandre, Astrana, like it, I'm on it. May let time a word talk a word is me, clear to a mother, I am not to know the car. What in the man? I know I might need it. Carry on.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Our people must stand up. It doesn't matter who they are. Biafrans in Benue, Biafrans in Kogi, Biafrans in Edo State, Biafrans in Bayelsa, Biafrans everywhere in the world. We must get ready. These people had no intention of repenting. They do not want to change their way. And the Peking will say, Mama no go sleeping, no go sleep. Caller on the line, hello? Can you hear me? This is female line, my brother. Don't call the female line, please. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I'm there. I'm calling from Abia State. Mazi, I'm not happy. Obi Joromonjo Kunku, Yene Bodanya. Oka Boruya, Okezie. I'm here Megarai no Buddha. This Eba no na, the Hesman Eque Maduzuriki. Without ha bushiga ndị mmadụ na-egbuchi ndị mmadụ na-share blood. I don't know why they keep allowing this kind of thing to happen. Okezi ihe okoshi ojo na-akọtachi ndị mmadụ. Please, if you people know how to hasten up in this Biafra thing, let us just do it, because me, I'm tired, because I'm very, very tired. I'm annoyed. We need to fight together to make sure that this Biafra can this 2020, we need to get this Biafra.
Thank you very much. Our people should get ready. It's going to be tougher. Believe me. What they want to do is to isolate us, divide us, and then pick us one after the other. Nobody will be free. Our leader has been saying this since 2014. Do not let them triangulate us. But will everybody understand? Will people understand? Both these governors today who think they are their champion, nobody is going free. Can you hear me, caller on the line? My brother, I say this line is for the female. A brother called it and I allowed him, and I think they think this line is for men. Do not call the female line if you are a man. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Oh, Mercy, good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Mercy, to be honest with you, I'm speechless this evening. Your topic this evening. Can you really imagine the way they have shared the percentage? They reserve the one that will use it to sabotage our people.
That is why saboteurs are eating fat. When you are saying Biafra, some idiot are saying no, one Nigeria, because they are the beneficiary from that percentage led for lobbying. Go ahead, please.
They are not finishing. If they have finished shedding the share and then they allowed us to be, that would have been another issue. But this one, after they have shedding it and they start killing us, taking over our property, killing our people. Onyibe, these people must suffer. They will never go. They will never be free. These people must pay the price of what they have done to us. They have kept us in this mess all the while. Onyibe, I just, after hearing the program, I just want to prophesy to these people and say, as long as they have decided to do this for the children of God, they will never go unpunished. And that is the word of God for them. They will never go unpunished. Thank you very much. I would have talked to my people. The first program, there was no time for me. So I just want to use the free time to. Nitoeka. Enyong edigen tege kayang itu agaba dia. Yeah, I was saying ni kama nyintong ambansi na yinu yang di bibiem ifuden agutede nyang pomo de nyintiso iswam adinam nyo wa utum so sanga pede ni diomi no pempontum abu inama fu kiremefu anyu udong wali dakanda dia ma ko udong pempo sibangan tum semnanga moite plan in the gift on today won't even the way nanga mazoni bezo is been born on forever de mo isana gambo miya so you the mighty da kakida iworo mo yaresi iworo mo ki million dem jenje gire ngagu sema na mo eke wekere bo gire wo sema ki million dem inwani bombode ide gampo e fagi dem ke adem po fru ide padi state nye ide Anambra state nye ide Enugu nye ide weni adum po afro Biafra de nyinke de uke de jid ibora nyinga de the matter they say claim as long as ke ba me at the Biafra so jaga de usine fen ke kikere fu takada de get yet here me on su eto mo to so yi tanga mi me for rodo idea with family mo roko Denis one vakadi dem dakana de John limtera ya wo dakana de John ade phone wa ba kisi already nini significant ura usewi so chef ke kama kure wo ke mu ya inam ni bi wo ida itangi ko ni bi were te ngwen dakada what ke Canada that you need that you know you don't get them you get you put the nation but the way these people they should not get they might worry about south this and this and that and that. So one time since America back at Kwaibum, the Cross River State, that Madiban, the Cross River and with the Gida no country. Uswasinere. Because I'm already young the reason they can manage so that everybody maybe I can one medical but by the time I be so I don't want to them the alien possible no song I didn't never for good with you enough is enough. Damn again and to come. Who out there make sense in Ibo? Yeah, you the PD on Gideon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. As you let me stop there.
We must
so that other people will contribute.
Our people must remain focused. Our people must remain to the cost of restoring Biafra. Our people must look for IPOB family closer to them and join. There are certain things we don't want to tell you. You're obedient to look for the nearest IPOB to join, actually unlock the miracle. Caller on the line, your name and where you calling from. Caller on the line. Caller on the WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp.
Onyibe, good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Onyibe, I want to really appreciate you guys for the amazing things that people are doing. People are really making the people know what they need to know about this movement and know that if this is going to continue like this, what we are looking for as Biafrans, what we are looking for as Indigo will not be far-fetched from us. I want to really encourage everybody who has kept the faith, everybody who has not let down his guard, everybody who has put heart to make it this in a reality. So it's very big thank you to our leader Mazen and Carlo. I know this is a very tough time for him, but we know for sure that he is on the right track, and then we are very close to getting what we want. I want to quickly chip in on the governor's part to the people of Biafra. I know he is trying to protect his political dynasty, but he should be aware that governance is something that will end one day, and then he will still come back to his people. So he should now choose whether his people or the Fulani cabal that he's serving and he's trying to protect their interests, which of them is better for him. So it is left for him, and it's left for Ndabia. Like Ndabia God there, Ndabia God there, because Ofonya na Goha, Ofonye, Ndabia Nile War, on Ndabia, ma Ihage, EG with the Biafra, defend their territory. So, Onyibe, I'll have to let go so that other people can contribute.
Thank you very much.
Sincere appreciation to all the amazing work people are doing with the audio Biafra. Thank you.
Yes, a caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening, Master George.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Okay, my name is Tino, the colleague from Arizona. Master George, I want to thank you for the good work you are doing for Biafra. God Almighty will reward you. Also, our director, Master Namedicalo, George, God will reward all of you. I hope I'm coming out clear. Okay. I want to let you know, whatever they do, the whole answer him, I got the Biafrans must go. Judge on that first night here in Narera Zone, first power line. Judge Nibe Manandu Boko Haram road there. Beba Nerebia Palo, na first power line. Got for Shichom one woman, Nerebia Palo na zone ever, dear one. When I have a mason, I return my way on my way if you do me. Oh, my job at a shop here. Nasha the woman phone. You got it, and then I back and on my Yana. Then the guy said, one boy, Bumuti, and I lot of 300, and I but on a compound that very night. Umaja, Harosha, and I am Mute, Brumutega was Sioma. Mother, but I was talking to you now. Ndobuku Arama and the army, Boro Nigeria army. Burumuta, Hagawa, Usioma side. I was the Bama Muta, and never Burumutia. Naporea, and Roger, Buraja, Lizria Mute. Naha, one dime, and on dime rescue the motor. From Nakandosha and Hana Trandosha Mota, every Biana bought aside those. I'm talking to you now, Mota, he released that young man. I cannot buy him the burger release. I'm telling you, Hamata, Halasa, and that's Martinam Dicalo. Biafra must come, and Biafra is here. Hemeluma, like a material Biafra. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We must continue. Like you have said, we must continue. Call on WhatsApp. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, good morning from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. My name still remains Ezekwem Uchechi from Onyibe province, Biafra land. Honestly,